every man, woman, and child is in action.
World War II. Perhaps it's not too much of an exaggeration to suggest all of America's hearts beat as one.
It is for victory.
I want to tell you something that Roosevelt said just prior to our all enlisting to get into the Army, Air Corps, the Navy, the Marines, wherever.
Paul Grassi was with the 8th Army Air Force.
There is a mysterious cycle in human events. To some generations,
much is given. Of other generations, much is expected. This generation of Americans has a rendezvous with destiny.
He was right, but I didn't know we were going to get hit again with this thing that we're going through.
I think that generation had faith. I'm not speaking of religious faith, but I'm speaking of faith in the country, in the rightness of the cause, faith in each other.
Rob Citino is a senior historian at the World War II Museum in New Orleans.
You know, there was a propaganda poster at the time, you've seen it, Rosie the Riveter, we're all in this together. I think Americans legitimately felt we were all in it together.
We thought it was extremely important because we were out to save the world.
These men know they fought there, in the air, on the land, and on the sea. Ed Kalinsky tried to join the Navy, but was turned away. Poor eyesight.
It made me fearsome that I would be rejected.
The Army Air Force welcomed him.
They were fairly desperate. They took me, glasses and all.
Determined young men take the oath of enlistment in the Navy.
Drafted or enlisted, all knew the stakes. As high as they come.
Without the United States on the ground or involved in some way, the Europe we know now would not exist. By the Europe we know now, I mean liberal democracies, open societies, many of which took their inspiration from their American occupier after World War II.
Ken Beckman was with the 8th Army Air Force.
Without the Air Force, the invasion would have been a real tough nut to crack.
The action was brutal. U.S. bombers took extremely heavy casualties on the beachheads and on the ground. From Anzio to D-Day and the Battle of the Bulge, men died by the tens of thousands.
The Allies have announced that the Germans have surrendered unconditionally. The war in Europe is over.
Navy man Peter Orlando knew just what to do. He asked permission to go ashore, to attend Mass, he said.
My buddy and I jumped the truck and went to Paris, and we had the time of our life. I came back to the ship 2 days later, and I'm going up the gangplank, and the comm officer's leaning on the gunwale, and he said, "How was Mass?" And I'll never forget it.
Army mortarman Vern Aller had taken refuge in a castle in Belgium.
Somebody had a little radio going, and they said the war was over.
Long live the cause of freedom.
I broke into tears. I was crying like a baby. The war was over.
In Europe, yes, but Japan would not surrender until August. Yet victory was in reach for a people with a common goal and a common purpose.
You know, they describe the folks like you as the greatest generation.
I have read the book, yes.
Is it apt?
Greatness is thrust upon you.
The difference between today and then is that we need to be together against the virus. In World War II, we won that war in 3.5 years, and we got to rebuild America. This is what we have to do right now. Everybody to get back in business.